Please welcome to the stage, Lisa Kant.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this afternoon session on Sunshine. My name is Lisa Kant, and I'm really excited today to have the opportunity to share with you all of the latest and greatest on our Zendesk platform. We have a great lineup for you today. We're going to talk about a deep dive into some use cases. We're going to show you a demo of the product, a bit about our roadmap, and of course, our guest of honor, our customer speaker, Cameron from Vimeo, who's going to talk about what they're doing with Sunshine. So let's dive in. Now, you all heard a lot this morning from Mikkel and Adrian about what Sunshine is. So I don't want to spend too much time, but just to give you a little bit of background on why we built the product. You know, at the end of the day, for us, it's about helping our customers treat their customers really and put them in the center of everything that they do. But to truly deliver that, to truly deliver the one-to-one experience that your customers expect, you need to have a foundational understanding of who your customers are. And we understand that that is incredibly hard, right? The proliferation of consumer applications and the rise of the cloud has made it really hard to get a handle on all of the data about your customers and your business that exists today. And we know that that's hard because customers have always had to choose, right? Choose between monolithic platforms that give them the security and control that they need, but keep them from moving fast and really responding to changing customer demands. On the other hand, they have cloud applications that let them move fast, but don't always have that platform capability that lets your organization connect to data and really provide the enterprise-level security and control that you need. And so Sunshine is bringing those two pieces together to really deliver you an open and flexible cloud platform that lets you connect all of your customer and business data and deliver the customer experiences that your customers deserve. And Adrian spoke a little bit about this, and we're going to show you a demo of it, but there are three main components that make up Sunshine. The first is Sunshine Events, which lets you connect interactions about your customer, whether it's a web visit or a mobile app or an in-product action. We have Sunshine Objects that lets you store critical business information, such as a product or service. And we have Sunshine Profiles, which lets you connect profile attributes about your customers across different systems into a single holistic customer view. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like in the product. And I'm really excited to bring up Luke, our head of platform product, to show you what it looks like.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. I was told by our CEO that we shouldn't do live demos, but like all good employees, I listen to him most of the time, not all the time. So let's jump in. So hopefully you're all familiar with this interface. Probably a few of you came here to avoid having to look at this interface today. Not that you don't love Zendesk, but I'll just walk you through sort of a situation that we've set up here to give you a demo, kind of try to bring Sunshine a little bit down to earth for everyone, right? I get the question all the time. I love the messaging, but I just want to know exactly what can I do with it. And so hopefully we'll give you a little picture of that here today with this demo. So in this situation, we're actually gonna pretend that we're serving an internal employee, like IT use case, of which a significant portion of our customers are actually using Zendesk to serve HR or IT use cases within their organization. And in this case, we have a new hire, Sarah, and she has a whole set of things that need to happen in order to bring her into the organization. And if I'm the IT worker that's working on this ticket, I need to know a lot about Sarah and what I'm supposed to do with Sarah to get her on board. So in this case, we created a ticket. Hopefully we're all familiar with this view. This is sort of the main conversational pane where we're communicating with Sarah and with others in the organization. Here's Sarah's basic Zendesk profile. And down here, we have the interaction history timeline powered by Sunshine Events. And so what we have here is a time history of all the things that have happened on Sarah's account. And you can see you can send all sorts of information into these events so that you can get really rich metadata about what actually happened, right? From the moment she accepted her offer till this ticket was created, till we started to create some internal accounts on Slack and Workday for Sarah. And so with Sunshine Events, you're able to send events in not only just from Zendesk's products, that happens automatically, but also from external systems that you can configure. So now your agents have a really rich history of what's really happening with Sarah, but both before and after this ticket was created. Let's switch gears a little bit and look at Sunshine Profiles. So Sunshine Profiles is a way to really enrich the standard Zendesk profile by bringing in external profiles from other sources. And in this case, we just built a very simple app to display those to agents, this Profiles app. And so here we have Sarah's Slack profile, brings in maybe she has a status. Of course, she loves Sunshine, and what her username is on Slack. And we've also brought in some information from Workday. So as an IT person who's going to deliver her laptop, well, I need to know where she sits. Maybe I want to know who her manager is so I can find out which budget I need to charge her laptop to. And now all that information can come in and be connected to Sarah via Profiles. And last but not least, let's take a look at one thing you could do with custom objects. So as Lisa mentioned, custom objects is a way to model almost anything you want. Think about it as a flexible database that Zendesk hosts for you. Model almost anything you want about your business, and then create relationships between that object and a ticket or a customer. And so in this case, we've assigned a laptop to Sarah, and it's got a specific serial number and a whole set of attributes. And that laptop, for now and forevermore, has been connected to Sarah. And so every time she submits a ticket going forward, I'll know exactly what laptop she has in case I need to perform some service. Last but not least, I'll show events in action. So we've also built a little quick app here about all the tasks I would need to do to get Sarah on board. We've already created a Workday and Slack account. We assigned her laptop. And last step here, I'm going to click that I delivered her the laptop since I know where she sits. And a quick refresh of the interface here. Hopefully the Wi-Fi works. Wait for it. It's going to be good. Maybe Mikkel was right about live demos. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to wait for it here. I think we have a little bit of a Wi-Fi hang-up. But what you'd see is that the event that I've delivered that laptop to her shows up in the interaction timeline and tells future people that are looking at tickets that, hey, her laptop has been successfully delivered. So that was a little bit of a walkthrough right in our product of how Sunshine might work for you with just a little bit of developer time in order to build these pretty simple applications that have a lot of power behind them. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Lisa, and she's going to talk about how real customers are actually using Sunshine today.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke. Thanks so much for the demo. It was great to see a live representation of Sunshine. And as Luke mentioned, I want to share a little bit more about what we see customers doing with our product before I invite up our guest of honor. So you heard a little bit about this from Adrian today, but there are 3 core use cases that we see our customers taking advantage of with Sunshine. And the first is using Sunshine to manage orders and products right within the support interface. So we see customers connecting into data about what products their customers have purchased, a service they might have, such as a warranty or insurance about that product, all to give that agent that complete view of the customer so that when a ticket comes in, they can serve the customer in real time and, as opposed to logging in and out of multiple systems to try to get that information. And I think we saw a great example of that with our customer Purple and the application that they're using with Narvar, our partner, really connecting in that order lifecycle across all of the different facets of the order so that the customer can be served in real time. Now, the second use case we see again and again is customers who are using Sunshine to track interactions about all of the different elements of their customer journey. So that could be an interaction stored in a marketing system, an interaction stored in a Salesforce automation system, or things like website visits, in-store activity, or mobile app. And we have partners that are helping us deliver this, partners including Pendo, Segment, Vidyard, and Stella, who have built integrations into Sunshine to help customers create that connected journey using Zendesk. And then the final example is that we have customers actually starting to, I'd say, push the bounds of what is possible with Zendesk and to start to create proactive experiences with connected devices and connected assets. We actually launched today a partnership with Domo. They're using their IoT cloud to start to connect in information from events, from connected products into Zendesk to create a holistic journey so that if an activity happens, like an error in a connected device, a proactive ticket gets created and a customer can be reached out to before they even know an issue occurs to solve that right in real time. So I've mentioned a number of use cases, but of course the most interesting thing is to hear directly from a customer. So I'm excited now to invite up Cameron from Vimeo, who's going to talk to you about what his company is doing to take advantage of Sunshine. So Cameron, come on up. Thanks, Cameron.
Hello. So I work for Vimeo. You might know Vimeo as a video sharing site similar to YouTube, but we're actually a SaaS company. So our business model is to sell storage and tools to video creators. And we support everybody who uses Vimeo, but those folks who pay us for those hosting or live streaming tools get our premium support. So quick introduction to me. Outside of work, I'm into houseplants. I foster pigeons as a wildlife rehabber, and I have a cat named Pioneer Woman. It's super hard to draw a bonnet on a cat. I started as an intern at Vimeo 7 years ago. And now I run our support operations team. So that is everything that is a cross-team functionality, tools for everybody that does support. So documentation, quality control, training, analytics, and engineering. And I'm super lucky to get to work with a bunch of people who do things that I can't do, like Nina, our documentation manager, who makes articles for our internal knowledge base, which also serves as the single source of truth for all product knowledge at the company. And our support-focused engineer, Zena. She is a self-taught engineer, and she builds anything that goes beyond kind of built-in functionality in our tools. We have 80 agents who work 24/7, cover 24/7 support across the world in phone, chat, and email, and we handle 100,000 tickets a quarter. So I'm proud of things like our paid CSAT, 96%, first response time of 30 minutes, but what I'm most excited about are our 10 custom apps that we've built on Zendesk. We like to build things for our agents. Obviously, they do customer support for customers, but my goal is to develop really simple tools that give agents access to information and context about who they're helping, because it's their job to do the support well. So I think that usually things come up from our agents, requests because they want access to information, they want efficiency in their tools, and they also want to be able to influence the system itself. Things come down from senior leadership related to the business. So that might be SLAs and priorities for tickets. That could be wanting to collect product feedback for the product team or analytics. So we make sure that the agent requests kind of really are within business goals, that the business requests aren't going to cause friction for the agents. We add in a little simplicity and elegance and some cool tool that we just figured out and make tools for them. So we have a really close relationship with our agents. We involve them in an iterative design process that acknowledges that they know support best, we know systems best. So I might build an intersection with ample sidewalks, and I see that people are cutting across the grass, and my job is not to build fences to keep them from doing that. My job is to ask them why they're doing it, figure it out, maybe pave that path for them, because they know best. They know what is feasible for them, what makes sense, what's efficient. So back to one of our goals, which is giving information to agents. We want to give them context, and so the first time we really did that in one of our apps was Wrapbox. This tracks everything that a user's done on Vimeo, and so our agents don't have to go out to other tools on the site, internal tools, to figure out what they've done. It kind of pulls it all into one place. The Ticket History app is an app that shows them context within Zendesk. This is actually available on Marketplace if you want to download it. Shows if they have used have written in before what the context for that ticket is. So the status, whether or not they were sent a CSAT survey, who it was assigned to, things like that. So when Sunshine came along, we were really excited about it because our relationships are getting more complex, the systems are getting more complex, and we can build things without going to external resources. We can host those relationships internally. So through one of those iterative design meetings, we figured out that one of our systems was causing some friction. We like to categorize and subcategorize every ticket. We have over 250 subcategories. It's really granular. And agents were getting stuck because they wouldn't be able to find something, and so they would choose something close to it, which isn't the best data. So Sunshine allowed us to move those categories into Sunshine objects, which can have, unlike something like conditional fields, it can have a one-to-many relationship. So a subcategory can live in multiple places. We also then have those categories appear for certain groups of users. So an agent might say like, oh, this person's having a card issue. They might think it's in account category, they might think it's in a billing category. It's gonna show up in both because that makes sense to them. And then that category doesn't even show up for our trust and safety team because they don't deal with cards. We also built sort of a back end through the apps framework so that I don't have to go to my engineer to make changes. I can actually make changes, add new subcategories, add new relationships, hide something from one group, show it to another. We also used custom objects for our specialist satisfaction app. So CSAT is great for the whole team, but we were finding that it isn't actually a very good indicator always of an individual's performance. When our individuals escalate to a higher tier, those specialists can rate that escalation, give them an SSAT score. And so this is mandatory on every escalation. And Sunshine allows us to connect those ratings to the ticket, to the person being rated, and then also what queue it came in through. So if something was escalated to billing, our engineer can run reports on things that like comments for coaching for their manager, a score, so they have a CSAT score and an SSAT score. And also we can see if like the score's really low for billing escalations, which maybe means that we actually have a hole in our training for billing. So just to reiterate again, like we we put a lot of care into the communication and the trust that we have with our agents. So many of our ideas come from them, and we are looking for ways to surface more information for them, to give them more context. And the reason Sunshine has been such a good thing for us, on top of what the tools it provides, is it also is showing us that Zendesk actually cares about those same things and is building tools to provide more context, to give agents agency. So with that, I'll bring Luke back up. Thank you.
I'm going to go over a little bit about where we're going with Sunshine. Hopefully, we've given you some more background on where we are today and what some more follow-up from what we launched back in November. But I think it's really important that we talk about not only our immediate 2019 roadmap, but where we think Sunshine is going in the future and how we think about our new open modern CRM platform. So in 2019, we've been primarily focused, we launched in November, and as Mikkel pointed out this morning, it's still very early days for Sunshine. It's very early for us to really be investing heavily in our platform. But 2019, we've really focused our roadmap and our product teams on 3 themes. So today, as I hopefully you've heard from both Lisa and Cameron, we've given you a whole bunch of places to put data. And that is great. That's a great start. But we also want to make it easier for you to get data in and out. That's obviously a big focus. So being an open platform on AWS, you're going to see an announcement in a few months this summer about an AWS connector. So if you are using AWS services, making it easy to get data from Zendesk into your other AWS services. We're also going to be taking events and profiles out of our early access program and making them generally available for customers. And on top of that, we have a number of partner integrations that we've launched to date and that we will be launching that help you sort of one-click, point and click if you're a Segment user, for instance, tracking events across your mobile app or your website, having those events automatically come into that events timeline without having to write any custom code. So that's a big focus for us this year. Second, you've all come to love kind of Zendesk support and the suite for our ability to scale as the number of tickets you serve or the number of conversations you serve grow, the number of customers you serve grows. And so we're really focused on getting Sunshine to the same level of security, compliance, and scalability that you'd expect from our core products. And so SOC 2 compliance is a big focus this year, as well as access controls and permissions on some of the Sunshine data, as well as a focus on sort of our largest customers and our largest use cases. So we announced today that we have Sunshine Select paid SKU for really high volume data use cases for Sunshine. So we don't want to constrain you in what you want to do with Sunshine. And last but not least, Zendesk has always been focused on developers, on our API platform, our apps framework, all the tools that we give developers to extend and integrate with Zendesk. And we want to continue to improve our developer experiences. Hopefully, a number of you, like Cameron, have access to maybe a developer within your organization that can help you build some of this stuff. And we want to make that developer's experience really great so that they want to build custom apps and integrations for you. And then the question is, where are we going beyond 2019? Well, we have a number of focus areas. Today you can really, Sunshine is about connecting customer data across your organization with events and profiles and objects. We're also working at powering more of what you know and love within the Zendesk suite with Sunshine. So you saw the user profile and being able to tie that to external profiles, a number of events starting to flow into the events timeline. And over time, you'll be able to trigger workflows and actions based on objects and events that are happening within the Sunshine platform. So that's going to be really superpower your suite experience. Of course, you want to be able to analyze and glean insights from all of this data. And so we're working on an integration with Explore so that you can start reporting against Sunshine data. And last but not least, we think sort of the holy grail is for all of this data is us helping deliver insights about your customers that you can take action on. So show me all customers who have done this action 3 times within the last 30 days. Or if a customer has done X and Y, are they about to do Z? Show me which customers might go and do that. And maybe you want to trigger proactive notifications. Maybe you want to route those customers to a different set of agents, right? It's about providing that segmentation on top of the data, and then using our Connect product to be able to send custom messages. So that's a little bit about the future of Sunshine. Hopefully we've piqued your interest. Another question we often get is, great, what should I do next? And I think that what I love about Cameron's story is it's only a little bit about the building, and it's much more about the process of understanding what you want to build. And so we think the first step is really starting with your agent workflows. Where are they getting stuck? Where are they swiveling their chairs? What tabs do they have open when they're working? What are they telling you? I can't serve these types of customers properly because I just don't have a set of data. And to start think about what is the critical information of all that data you have in your systems? What is the small amount of information that you'd like to bring in? Just start bringing into Zendesk to make your agents more efficient. And then last but not least, it's rolling up your sleeves and diving in. And some of you are lucky enough, as I said, to have access to a developer who can help you sort of start to build all of this. But we also have resources for you here at Zendesk, whether that's our solutions consulting team who can help you design solutions, or our professional services team that can actually build and implement solutions on your behalf. So we're also here to help you get started on Sunshine. You can also join our developer community. You don't have to be a developer to come and check these tools out. So you can go to developer.zendesk.com, look through our API documentation, understand what we have there. You can sign up for an account so that you're getting our developer newsletter. And if you follow that bit.ly URL, I'll give you all a second to write that down. If you follow that URL, you can actually join a Slack instance where over 700 developers in the Zendesk community are asking questions and answering each other's questions. So whether it's you or a developer or an admin on your team, get them into that community and get them engaged. We've also hosted a lot of developer events. We had one yesterday, which was great. And so we're really trying to get more developers joining these events and getting engaged with Zendesk. So that's all I have today. I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for listening. Hopefully we brought Sunshine down to earth a little bit. Thanks to Cameron for coming and telling his story, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thanks.